heart of the small, fog-shrouded town of Ravenwood, an air of mystery clung to the old mansion at the end of Blackthorn Lane. The mansion was known as the Marlowe House, named after the reclusive family who had lived there for generations. Locals whispered tales of ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences, but no one knew the real secrets hidden behind its ivy-covered walls. One cold autumn evening, Sarah, a young journalist with a passion for the paranormal, arrived in Ravenwood eager to uncover the truth about Marlowe House. Armed with her camera and a notebook, she ventured to the mansion, determined to capture the elusive spirits that were said to haunt the place. As Sarah entered the decrepit mansion, the air grew heavy with an eerie silence. She followed a creaky staircase to the second floor, where an ornate mirror stood against the peeling wallpaper. Sarah trained her camera on the mirror, hoping to capture something supernatural. The room grew colder, and the hairs on her neck stood on end. That's when she saw it, a shadowy figure, a woman in a flowing Victorian dress, her eyes hollow and filled with despair. The sight sent shivers down Sarah's spine, but she was resolute in her quest. She followed the ghostly apparition down a labyrinthine corridor. Doors slammed shut behind her, and the walls seemed to twist and shift. Panic welled up within her as she realized she was trapped. In the dim light, the apparition led her to a door at the end of the corridor. It creaked open to reveal a hidden chamber. Inside, Sarah found a room filled with old journals, manuscripts, and an antique writing desk covered in faded ink. It was the room of the Marlowe family's historian, and in his final journal, he chronicled the truth about the house. The Marlowes had not been haunting the mansion, they had been protecting it from a malevolent force, an ancient evil that dwelled beneath the house. The historian's words described a ritual to seal the evil, which could only be performed by a direct descendant of the Marlowe family. As Sarah read the final passages, a menacing presence filled the room. The apparition transformed, its face twisted in anguish. She was the last Marlowe, and the ritual had to be completed. Sarah, a descendant of the family, was the only one who could do it. In a heartbeat, the room darkened, and the sinister force surged forward, attempting to possess Sarah. In desperation, she followed the historian's instructions, reciting the incantation that would seal the malevolence beneath the house forever. The room trembled, and the apparition vanished. But as the last word left Sarah's lips, the room fell silent, and she realized the terrible truth. The Marlowe house was no longer haunted by malevolent spirits, it was now a prison, and Sarah had become its eternal guardian. As the ancient evil settled deep beneath the house, she was left alone in the cold, dark room, trapped for all eternity, her fate forever tied to the mansion's chilling secrets. The town of Ravenwood never did discover the truth about the Marlowe house, but the chilling stories of its enigmatic past persisted, a warning to all who ventured near. The mansion remained untouched, hidden away at the end of Blackthorn Lane, its mysteries guarded by the very person who had sought to uncover them.